Yeah. And we're back again for some more nonsense. I crossed the line there and I was in P6, but then over here, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater skate over that curb long day in validation. Then this, my final run. Look at this nonsense. Skiddy widdy. End up being 2 tenths down by the conclusion of this sector. Not this one, the following one. So yeah, it was chaotic. But you know what? I thought qualifying's complete. Track Evo, I might be able to claw something back from this horror show. In any event, clean that up nicely. Probably should have mounted that curb a little bit more than I did. Delta's still going down. It's looking peak. Flick on the overtake. And DRS, sorry, and then bang. Round here I managed to gain a 10th out of thin air. I don't know how I gained that 10th. But I crossed the line and I'm in P8. And listen, you guys know what's gonna happen. You just know. You know it's an Arriba moment, man. It's an Arriba moment. Anyway, Alex slides in, goes deep round the inside of that curb, and then obviously I'm to his left. If I knew it was him, I would have just known that he would have given me that position. Instead, I didn't really want to lose any more positions. I just wanted to keep P8. End up doing Greg's Donuts, glaze ring, long day, and then we just go back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board, back to the back of the grid. Some more Tony Hawk's Pro Skating. Ride that curb. I'm surprised I didn't get a warning or a straight disqualification for that. But anyway, we keep on going. Lo and behold, safety car. I think, you know what, let me gamble and slap on the mediums. I slap on the mediums. SM's down the inside, forces me out wide. I have better rotation, and just to keep that position from SM, I hit the car in front. But I don't want to talk about that situation too much because he's gone and pissed me off, because he did the same to me in GB a couple seasons ago. Royal, I gave the position back and he gave the position back, so I didn't go for a pen. I do the same, he goes for a pen. Washed behaviour. Anyway, as a result of that chaos, I lose 3 or so positions, and then yeah, it's not looking good. I have a nice little wheel-to-wheel battle with Mr. Vicky Santoro, Vicky Guerrero. Dive down the inside. Thank you for the space, appreciate it. He slides in behind and we're good to go. Now it's all about kind of damage limitation. First one is Creeper Bomber. Shout out James. Hope he's studying, hope his girlfriend ain't stressing him out too much, but he's still washed at driving. Anyway, onto Froggy now. He's in front. I know it's going to require about 60% of my battery to overtake him in the straight, so I just leave it out. And I just think, you know what, let me try and catch him during rotation or in the build up to the final sector. Let me try to catch him there. But Christmas come early. The guy mounts the curb. Froggy mounts the curb because of all that understeering. Need to up your wings, fella. And yeah, I'm able to dive down the inside. He doesn't make too much of a hassle out of it, and I'm able to just slide down the inside, throw the power on, and yeah, bang. But this job ain't done. It's not finished. This is Shiloh we're talking about. We know about his wings. So I said, yeah, my battery's getting burnt. You're not getting ahead of me to make my life longer. So I used my battery. Out of here, I knew I'd get better rotation. Look at his car can't even turn. But can you imagine? This guy's this. It's almost as if he had DRS a lap earlier. We get DRS now, but what I don't understand is why he's so quick. It's mental. Oh my god. But anyway, I survived that onslaught, and then it's just about moving up the grid. Now I get to SM. He didn't really take this sector too well on a couple of occasions. So you know, I smelled the opportunity. Dive down the inside. SM had to charge that. Fantastic driving, very very close, right on the limit. But yeah, use a bit of my battery, get ahead. But once again, because of my downforce and my setup, this wasn't finished. I was kind of eyeing up Jamel, and then I kind of just felt some sort of aura speeding up behind me. Lo and behold, it's SM trying to play all DRS chicken, and he overtakes me, fakes a move on Jamel. Jamel defending for his life. Jesus Christ, man. And SM just swings it around the outside. Nice to spectate that battle. I was hoping for a collision there when I saw them touch wheels, but nothing happened. And you know what? A lap later, SM takes that same corner again, washed, bang, round the outside. Thing is, SM kind of knew that I kind of had probably a bit more pace around this track than him, so he kind of thought, you know what, Clearly my rotation's better. Let me just get ahead. He just let me get ahead of him, sort of thing. And anyway, we get to this lap and there's a safety car now. Absolutely no chance in hell was I gonna pit. Shout out to my boy Ed. He usually gives me a bit of intel when stuff like this happens, but next time I'll unmute the mic so you guys can hear it. But he usually gives me a bit of intel on following driver, so shout out him. Anyway, on the safety car restart, I look behind and I see Shiloh's in the mud. I'm seeing 1.2 seconds. Angry! So I thought, you know what, let me check his onboard. Shiloh was napping. He was napping. There's napping and then there's snoring. All of a sudden Shiloh's under serious pressure from Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos gonna dive down the inside because that's all he knows. And he dives down the inside. And in doing that, he makes Shiloh get a penalty. But I'll just let the video play out.
To the left.
So he does this. Unfortunately, Shiloh was given an illegal overtake, and that made me, Jamel, and SM's race so much more difficult because Rob obviously was able to overtake. We were kind of probably praying that Shiloh could hold up Rob a bit longer, and then subsequently, who knows, a collision would have happened. But anyway, me and Jamel having a nice little battle here from lap 14 to lap 18. I had a battle with Jamel. I tried to get his point of view, but he didn't save the race, unfortunately. But yeah, dirty, filthy switchback here. Nasty. Let me get that. Collect that. Jamel in the mud. Probably hit the wall too, but that's his problem. Onto this straight. 14 lap old tyres or whatever it may have been. 12 at this point. You know, those who had pitted, they caught life. And yeah, I was just getting cooked. Nothing to do here. But I went for a little nasty switchback again. Similar to the one before. Action replay. Now Vic, he leaves space there, but then just tries to close it after. There's space there. I don't know how I got a 5-second penalty for that, but them stupid guys. No, I'm not even going to refer to them as the FIA. They're just a bunch of donuts. I'll give this guy his position back. I'll never do that again. And he still goes for the penalty. Like this didn't happen in GB a couple of seasons ago. But yeah, just going forward, he better not make any infringement anywhere near me because I'll report it. I'll be real. Now on to the last lap. A little bit of a drag race with Jamel to try to claw back some sort of dignity. How are we having a mid-off? Me and Jamel, you know. Can you imagine? Oh, God. But yeah, he plays a bit of DRS chicken. On full TC, you can't really play those games because there's no point me giving him the last corner because he's probably going to get a launch. So I've kind of got to just park it on the apex, and I don't do this well at all. I've got everything in my glory. Here, bang. If I park it on that apex, there's no chance of a switchback. He's behind me. There's no way he gets this. And also, I could have forced him into the wall. So that's poor racing on my part. But in any event, I got 10 seconds worth of penalties because of them stupid guys. So yeah, that's really, really frustrating. The fact that I got 10 seconds worth of penalties. Probably should have only got 5, but anyway. Across the line. I see my first purple of the season. Don't worry, that goes 3 corners later. But anyway, we go on to my final run. This was a pretty decent lap. I can't lie. I'm a one-man vet at Hungary. I just can't stand the track. You can't set up overtakes. You can't do that much around it. So I just don't enjoy it. But I'm just quick at it. Relatively quick, speaking anyway. That first corner's horrid. I'm really down on my delta. And this was kind of making me panic because Sector 2, I took it so well in my second run. That's why I got that purple lap. I knew I was going to lose time in Sector 2. So it was just a case of just trying to get as much or just get as green as I can before Sector 2 because I know what's coming. But yeah, you know, I'm mounting the curbs well. Hit that curb. Clutch that inside curb nicely. I don't rotate the car well enough here. I meant to swing it out a bit wider and swing it out wider here. And yeah, as you can see, I lose a 10th. I lose a 10th like that. So now I'm chasing shadows here. And obviously I knew that I wasn't going to catch up with the guys ahead. They were 5 tenths ahead of me. But it was more a case of just improving my time so I don't get pushed down the grid too far. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. And swing it round here. Had to just full send it, and full send it I did. I get a cheeky 5 tenths. But yeah, my start was beautiful. But I'm just sick and tired of these stupid guys that make decisions in this GRL league. Like I said, I ain't calling them FIA anymore because they ain't that official. But like, I cut this curb, and on the grand scheme of things, it looks bad. Of course it does. Everything looks bad if you don't get different perspectives. But you can see at the top it says collision, which means I got hit, which means I mounted the curb, and that was the reason why I ended up getting 3 seconds. I get SM's point of view. He hits me, and I see 3 red lines to my left. Of course I'm going to leave space. That's why I go over the curb. And it's like, them men that make decisions are so thick. Why they, you know, the evidence was given, and they still decided to just not remove the penalty. I don't get it. And I get 3 seconds there. So essentially I only really had 2 warnings. And that's why I was fighting so hard throughout the rest of this race. I was just fighting. Tom Duval, thirsty guy. But Rob can't keep his car straight, man. Look at him. Facing Budapest. Facing Budapest. And anyway, this was a really, really good conclusion to this sprint now, I must admit. Me and SM have good battles on every track pretty much. He goes on the outside. I park it. Force him out wide a little bit, affording him enough space. Collect marbles myself, and that's pretty much why he gets the run here. But I think, you know what, let me try to switch back. I try and switch it back. Tyres ain't strong enough. I'm not good enough. And yeah, kind of just got to settle for what would have been P4. So I'm happy with that. A little bit of pace displayed at this track, but obviously the penalties take me to P6. And here we go. Tom and Vikster get put in the mud. You know what? The only reason why I was so happy when this happened because I know how quick Tom is at Hungary. Tom is a freak at Hungary, and that Cynical Games, he probably would have gone on to probably finish in the top 2. I can't lie. So that was really unfortunate for him, but obviously fortunate for me. And yeah, we just resumed the race. I got caught napping a bit on the restart, but I was still in DRS. However, I thought, you know what, Charlie's here, he's got a bit more pace than me. I'm not going to fight this, so I don't want him to just make the move more confusing than it needed to be. So I gave him a bit of a wiggle to indicate that he can pass, and he did. And yeah, had Hendo behind me, he showed a bit of decent pace. He eventually gets overtaken by McLaren, I think a couple of sectors later. And then this is on the next lap. SM's softs are starting to deteriorate, so I was kind of eyeing up a move at this lap on the main straight because I just saw he was losing so much time. And then we get the safety car, and I can't lie to you, this guy needs to work on his pit stops, because look at this, I get a free position, the cheapest overtake you can imagine. I don't know whether he's on his phone texting the missus or whatever it may be, but yeah, angry, getting held in the pits, angry. And I get a free position there, hop out, and to my left I see I think it's Vic. He must have forgot to pit, or I don't know what it was. But anyway, on the restart again, I contemplated putting a bit of pressure on Charlie, but like I said, I really didn't have that much pace. So I thought, you know what, let me just settle here and just try and bide a bit of time. SM obviously on the medium compound, I thought, you know what, I'm losing time, just go ahead of me, try and drag us along, so I'll make that overtake as clean and as easy as it needs to be. Here we have Rob. Now I'm going to start defending a lot harder against Rob, you know, because I leave it open only because I didn't expect such a stupid move, because you do all of that, you try and get these sensational overtakes. It was a good overtake, don't get me wrong, but then 4 apexes or 5 apexes later you're facing Budapest again, and I just don't understand it. I just don't get it. Like, there's easier ways of overtaking someone, and look at you, all of that hard work for you to be facing the wrong way. Look at your car, why is your car facing that direction? I don't get it. Angry. But anyway, we keep it going, keep it stepping. And really and truly, final lap, just bring it round, get a P6. I take that, to be honest. Was it P6? I think it was a P6. So yeah, just so you guys know, nothing else was done with the M30 situation. I think he must have cleared all charges, which is fair enough for him, and good on him, to be honest. But now he's got a different problem, and that problem is scoring points. So he better start doing that, because he might be teamless if he carries on. But in any event, I'm only joking with you, man. Nice little week, and we go again next week. I think it's Miami and Japan, so that's going to be a bit chaotic. So we'll just wait and see. And yeah, catch me again next week.